I mean, didn't he say he was gonna recently come out with like new evidence?
Yeah, which is bullshit. Yeah, okay, so then you're pro-choice then. Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Your profile picture is JD Vance. Can you name one thing JD Vance has done as vice president?
He advised Trump not to go to war.
Which he failed with. So you just brought up something he failed?
Did he do that or did he not do that? You asked me to
But
name something he did.
the one thing you brought
You
up that he
asked me to
did
name
is a
something he did,
failure?
buddy. You asked me to name something he did.
Yeah, something that he failed doing. So
What did Camel Toe do?
oh, you're just going to be a misogynistic loser too. So she specifically had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president in U.S. history, including the Inflation Reduction Act. She also raised over $5 billion in private funds for Central American countries to reduce the likelihood of people coming here based on economic insecurity. She negotiated many aspects of the bipartisan border bill, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, the Chips and Science Act, and plenty of other bills passed under the Biden-Harris administration, which again was unprecedented levels of legislation passed.
Still won Trump. So obviously nobody cares about all that. She opened the border.
Who won in 2020?
Huh?
Who won in 2020?
Biden.
Okay, so why can't Trump accept it? Is he just a sore loser?
I mean, he probably has good reason to.
No, he doesn't. 60 plus court cases indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election.
They were sneaking ballots after the election.
Nope, no evidence of that. 60 plus court cases indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. The ballots that you're talking about that were counted after the election was done were ballots that were marked to be sent and mailed prior to the end of the or on election day, which was deemed by the Supreme Court to be valid.
And they were all for Biden? Really?
Nope, they were not all for Biden. That's a lie.
Okay, how many was for Biden?
They were disproportionately for Biden, but we of course are going to acknowledge that because they're mail-in ballots, right? Mail-in ballots are more likely to be democratically run because Republicans went around for a year prior saying that masks aren't effective, go in person, social distancing isn't required, don't care about the pandemic, etc. Which, by the way, made it more likely for them to not social distance and go in person. Democrats were more likely to vote by mail, right? Because they were more likely to social distance during the pandemic.
Yeah, there's no way you can really prove that.
Yes, I can.
Fallacy. Okay,
what fallacy was it?
Correlation causation.
That was not a correlation causation fallacy.
Okay, explain how Democrats are more likely to vote by mail-in.
Explain how they're more likely to vote for mail-in. I just told you.
With like proof.
I just told you because Republicans specifically went around telling people to not social distance as much. You can look at the data. The data in of itself tells you they're proportionally more likely to vote Democrat.
Give me the data.
You want me to give you evidence that mail-in ballots are more likely to go Democratic?
I mean, all you just gave me was antidotes. All you were saying was Republicans said masks don't work, so mail-in ballots equals causation.
That's not an anecdote. That's quite literally just a general trend of what Republicans were doing, that they were less likely to social distance. Do you agree that Democrats are more likely to social distance than Republicans?
I think it's an even bet.
What a liar, dude.
I don't think either side is more likely to do the other.
Yeah, so you can find this from statesunited.org. The title is nearly 1 in 3 Americans voted by mail in 2024. That's a reference. And then also from factually.co, you can find how did the vote by mail shares change between 2020 and 2024 by party and state.
United States Democracy Center.
Is that the statesunited.org?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I say Biden won. I'm just giving reasons to why Trump might have thought he won.
Okay, but like there's no good evidence for that, and that's him undermining the results of the election, right?
I mean, didn't he say he was going to recently come out with like new evidence?
Yeah, which is bullshit.
I mean,
he's supposed to apparently do that today. I think it's possible that he might just announce a ground invasion of Iran.
All right, we got to wait for that new evidence then.
Yeah, what fucking evidence is he going to have?
I'm going to trust the president of the United States over
You're going to trust the president? So you trusted Biden when he was president, right?
I mean, apart from him opening the borders, I guess so.
So everything. So Biden, when he said that he won the 2020 election, you agreed with that, right? When Biden said that Trump had no evidence the election was stolen, you agreed with that, right? Because he was president when he said that.
He was probably sleeping. He was probably sleep talking.
Nope, he was awake. Actually, Trump has fell asleep more times. Did you know that?
Oh, bullshit. What? Bullshit.
That is totally true. You know that, right? Trump has. He's actually his name is Dozy Don. Did you know that?
You're sitting here telling me Trump has fallen asleep more times in
Yes.
Oval Office than Biden.
Yes. That's actually true. It's on video multiple times.
You are bullshitting me.
I'm not. I'm serious. I know that it's hard to believe, but it's true.
Hold on.
Madden, by the way, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, right?
Well, sleep.
Oh, he's looking it up right now.
Oh,
this will be fun. This will be fun. Oh, let's go. Oh. Wait till he sees that Dozy Don has fell asleep on countless occasions. Wait till he sees that Dozy Don said the Islamic Republic of Japan. Wait till he sees that Dozy Don mistook Zelensky for Putin.
There is no official tracker or defined count of how much. However, Donald Trump has faced significant media attention and viral footage appearing to show him dozing off or struggling to stay awake. Okay, so they both fall asleep. There's no official counter.
Now look that up for Biden, because you just asked that. Look it up for Biden. Look up. Are there more videos of Trump falling asleep or Biden falling asleep as president? Ask that.
I'm just gonna read off the AI overview.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
There's a million videos of Trump falling asleep if you look it up. Like, it's actually really funny.
But alright, there is no viable answer to those more videos, as both Donald Trump and Joe Biden have been targets of viral videos of doctored images. It's just saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's evidence Trump falls asleep more.
No, it's just saying the same thing. It's saying there's no viable answer, but Trump has been scrutinized in the media recently, where cameras appear to capture him closing his eyes for several seconds during an Oval Office briefing. At the time, he maintained he was merely blinking or resting his eyes.
Resting his eyes. He's just resting. Yeah, I do that when I fall asleep too. I rest my eyes when I fall asleep. Yeah, that's what that fucking means.
All right, so they both fall asleep.
I was resting my eyes, actually. Okay.
They both fall asleep. I still think Trump's better though.
Okay, and what makes you think that? What makes you think that Dozy Don is a preferable candidate?
Where the... God. Alright, hold on. Wait, thank your donors real quick. I want to catch up on getting elevated with you. Because I don't want to be...
I'm not yet. So how about you just, like, tell me why you support Trump?
I can see it in your eyes, bro. But,
you can see it in my eyes. I'm not yet. I think I might need to be able to deal with you. Wait, by the way, that was you sober, too. You making all of those points. That was you sober.
No, I hit it a couple times before because I thought you were. But yeah, border security. I like his border security.
Okay. And what about his border security? Can you tell me any policies you like of it?
He ended some catch and release policies from Biden. Oh, there you go. See, you're getting elevated too. Exactly.
No, I didn't do anything. What? I didn't do shit. So you say he ended catch and release. Okay. So catch and release is applicable to asylum, right?
Yes.
Is that a legal process of immigration or an illegal process of immigration?
It's legal, but
it's a legal process of immigration. So how could you be addressing undocumented immigration to a greater extent by changing how the legal process works?
No, that's a good point, but it was also being used for undocumented migrants whose asylum hasn't been accepted yet.
Okay. And so do you think people with valid asylum claims should have to wait in Mexico while their claim is approved?
Yeah, actually, I agree with remain in Mexico.
So you think people with valid asylum claims should not be able to stay in the United States while their asylum is being verified?
How do we know they're verified? If
we need a process of verification, but the way that we need to then incentivize people to go through the process legally and to not come here with invalid asylum claims is by making the legal process of asylum go quicker. You know who did that? The Democrats. You want something crazy? Do you have a second account?
Yeah, I do. It's Adam. It's a photo of a beach. I'll be back.
Alrighty, you just got a misinformation flag. Not surprised. Alrighty. Dude, we're getting so many flags today. It's actually crazy. Alrighty, everyone, give it a second, y'all. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link to the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as always, everybody. Alrighty. Do give it a second, y'all. We'll see if we can find him back here in a second. I may look for his name. What did he say his name was again in the chat? I literally forgot. Adam? Alright, I'll look for him. Oh, I found him. How old are you, by the way? Oh, I didn't mean to add that person. I literally added up two of the wrong people instead of adding up Adam. All right, there you go,
All right,
bud.
what did I say that got that?
I don't know, maybe something relating to the election.
All right, so where were we? Catch and release?
Yeah, how that's applicable to the asylum process, a legal process of immigration, and that Democrats were trying to address that by trying to make the legal process of the approvals go quicker, which the bipartisan border bill would have done, but Donald Trump called for people in Congress to undermine that very bill.
I mean, the bipartisan border bill isn't the type of amnesty that you advocate for, so...
But it does make the asylum process go quicker.
And that would have included asylum, verification?
Yes, it would. It includes verification, and it would have made that verification process go quicker to disincentivize people from coming with invalid asylum claims.
Okay, yeah. Trump messed up there. I'll agree. I mean, I'm not an avid supporter. I just lean more towards him than Kamala, so... Yeah,
Than Harris. Okay, so, and what do you lean more towards him on? You say immigration, but, how has that even helped your life?
Higher wages for blue-collar workers.
No, it doesn't. Immigration has actually led to a slight increase in wages or has no impact on wages. That's what all the data indicates. You'll only find information that says wage decreases from far right-wing think tanks. Basically, every economist will tell you this.
I mean, say Trump's mass deportation looks successful. Undocumented migrants have less bargaining power. And so if we get rid of them, employers are incentivized to pay American citizens higher wages because they have bargaining power.
Or you could just provide them a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country, which also increases their bargaining power and actually would increase the bargaining power of them to a greater extent, because think of how many people are in the country undocumented that aren't deported. If you provide them a pathway to citizenship, if they haven't committed a violent or serious offense, those people would now be legally recognized within the country and would have more bargaining power, therefore would be able to take market wages. So the reason why you're reproducing this process where they're not taking market wages is because they're under the threat of mass deportation. You get rid of the threat of mass deportation for those individuals, it gets rid of that problem that you're referencing. So it sounds like you're advocating for amnesty now.
In my opinion, mass deportation is more achievable than mass amnesty. My evidence for this is that if it was, I think we'd see more establishment Dems advocating for mass amnesty, but we don't. We just see progressives like AOC
What?
and AOC.
Wait, there are people on the left and right that advocate for amnesty. This isn't something specific to ideological sides.
Congress,
What's that?
In Congress.
Yeah.
We only see progressives, not even...
No, there are right-wingers that have advocated for amnesty, even in Congress.
Okay, well...
There's a person in Florida that even passed a bill to provide amnesty to some.
All right, well, my point is that not even Kamala or Biden supported the type of mass amnesty that you want.
I agree, and I never said they did. I just said that they're closer to my position. I never said that they 100% agree with my amnesty position.
I know, but I don't think AOC's going to win, right? You got...
I think AOC would win, but I don't even know if AOC would have that position, so...
Isn't she progressive?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she necessarily has that position. Not all progressives agree with me. Right? That's why I said it's not specific to ideological framework. It's not just a progressive opinion. Now, a lot of progressives do hold this opinion, but it's not a solely progressive opinion. I'm pretty sure Bernie disagrees with this.
How progressive are you? You are progressive.
Okay, if you want to consider this insanely progressive or something, you can, but I mean, I'm a liberal.
If even the progressive champ AOC isn't as progressive as you, then you must be progressive.
This is just on one issue. They're to the left of me on countless issues. I'm not a socialist. I don't call myself a democratic socialist. I call myself a social democrat. I'm a liberal who believes in social safety nets and regulations.
Okay. I mean, border security. I mean, you cut illegal crossings by 90%. Drug trafficking.
That was already declining. If you want to talk about undocumented crossings, we were actually at lower levels of border crossings at the end of the Biden-Harris administration comparative to the end of Trump's first administration. So the border that Biden inherited was actually less secure than the border he handed over to Trump. Did you know that?
No, that was because of Title 42, though.
Which, by the way, was a COVID-era policy. And no, it's not. That existed prior to. The increase in encounters existed prior to COVID.
Okay, well, okay. We can all look to the future. I mean, yeah. And what point were you trying to make there that Trump handed Biden over a bad border?
Yeah, it was less secure than the border that he handed over to Trump.
Well, I like that he's going harder now.
Okay. But how does that benefit you?
All right, so it doesn't rate
It doesn't at all. So then, like, why do you care
I
about it?
mean, did you or did you not just debunk me?
I mean,
So
I wouldn't necessarily say yet I've gotten to the point where I've debunked you, but I mean, I've debunked you on countless points. The point that I'm trying to get you, I haven't yet got you to the point yet, but we're just about there, though.
yeah, I guess it hasn't affected me. I mean,
Okay.
I guess you could point to crime or something like that.
Okay, crime. Okay, and do you think mass deportation reduces crime?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Mass deportation does
Well,
not reduce the crime rate. The crime rate is unaffected by mass deportation, according to the Cato Institute.
yeah. Well, any crime committed by an illegal immigrant should not have happened at all. Lincoln Riley should not have happened at all.
Well,
Um,
I can agree that no violence like that should ever have occurred. And yeah, obviously, Lincoln Riley should have never been murdered, right? But that doesn't mean that undocumented immigrants are proportionally more likely to do these things, right? Undocumented immigrants are multiple times less likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural born U.S. citizens. And do you blame Trump for Molly Tibbetts dying to an undocumented immigrant under his administration?
no, no, and I wasn't
No?
gonna blame Biden either.
Okay.
Um, I'm just saying any crime that happens, it should not have happened in the first place.
Well, any of those violent or serious crimes, I agree, but like that still doesn't mean that every undocumented immigrant should be removed from the country. Like that's not an argument for that. Even so,
Uh,
and even so, that also doesn't mean that Trump's mass deportation policy is benefiting you, because under the Democrats, they still want to go after those that have committed violent and serious offenses. Plus, you're not even categorizing all the people that have died due to ICE. They shouldn't have died. That should have never happened.
I agree. You're making me think. You're making me think, dude.
That's good. Think of the hint art.
So what was Kamala's
Harris.
Harris's solution to the border? What was she gonna do?
The bipartisan border bill. I think of the galaxy.
Which increased judges along the southern border?
It would have increased the amount of judges, asylum officers, and even border enforcement. And it would have also built more wall than Trump ever built under his administration. Did you know that? It was literally a compromise. Like, I think it goes too far right. That's my position on the bipartisan border bill, is that the border bill goes too far right. But that's something that the Democrats are willing to compromise on in order to be able to get unprecedented levels of negotiation on the border done.
Bro, you're making me think. You brought up some good points. All right, I guess I agree with some sort of amnesty. I don't think mass amnesty, the type that progressives want, but I guess a bipartisan border bill would have been good.
Yeah. Okay. So then, like, what would you align with Trump on if it's not immigration?
Abortion.
Abortion. So what about abortion?
I think it should be banned in elective circumstances.
Okay. And so, like, if I were to pay for my girlfriend's abortion, I should go to jail?
No.
But under your view, I just paid for murder. So if I pay for a hitman to murder a baby, I shouldn't go to jail?
I mean, if you're paying for it, that kind of implies that you'd be paying for it responsibly and professionally. So most likely in a state where it's legal. If you did that in a state where it was illegal, with some sort of illegal like way, then maybe my opinion would be different.
Okay, so if I did it in a state that was illegal, let's say like it was nationally illegal, do you think I should go to jail?
I mean, you'd be doing something illegal that's like smuggling illegal drugs, doing illegal cosmic surgery. So maybe some sort of prison time or fine.
So you think I should go to jail for paying for my girlfriend's abortion?
I mean, do you think it's just that people who do illegal and unprofessional cosmic surgeries where the patients end up getting injured or dying, do you think they should go to jail?
Yeah, if there's like a situation where someone's doing cosmetic surgery specifically that
Have you
leads
never
to
heard of
individuals
that?
dying, that's considered illegal, right?
Have you
And
never
obviously puts people at such harms. Like I would obviously you could say that like it could be wrong in that story. I'm confused the irrelevance though. Like
have you never heard of that?
um yes, I've heard of this. That's medical malpractice. You understand the difference between that and getting
Yeah,
an
so
abortion,
like
right?
if you get an abortion illegally and unprofessionally, which would need to happen if they become illegal, then I
I'm
wouldn't
confused
see,
how this has anything to do with abortion though.
because you're saying if you were to get it, still pay for her abortion in a state where it was illegal, right? So you'd be paying for an illegal like surgery.
Yeah, do you think I should go to jail in that situation?
I don't know, maybe fined.
maybe fined. So you think people should be fined for murder? Or do you think people should go to jail for murder?
Well, I guess I wouldn't put that in the same category as like murdering a born human.
Good. That's kind of what I wanted you to realize. So abortion is not murder. Okay, so then if abortion is not murder, why do you think it should be illegal?
I just think it's morally wrong to deprive a living being, a human, of its future, of its conscious future.
Okay, do you think the IVF process is immoral because they can discard multiple zygotes and embryos per patient?
Yes, I do.
So you think that they're serial murderers?
Well, no, because I'd still not like give it the same type of.
Can you define murder?
The unjustified taking of a human life.
Yeah, it is an unjustified taking of a human life, under your view. Not mine, under yours, though.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to think, because I definitely wouldn't categorize both equally. Like, it's definitely not as bad to kill a fetus as a born human, but I just think it's morally unjust.
Okay, which would then mean it's murder if you think that they're people. And if you don't think it's murder, but you think it's morally unjust, why can't you just say it's morally unjust and you disagree with it, but it should be legal?
I mean, it is still legal in some states, right?
Yeah, but do you think it should be legal?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, so then you're pro-choice then.
Sure.
Yeah, if you think it should be legal, even if you disagree with it, it's still pro-choice.
Is pro-choice a moral view or a legal view?
Legal view.
Oh, all right. Pro-choice.
Alrighty, why do you support Trump then?
I guess I'm not leaning to the right anymore.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming up then.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.